Now another message from our sponsor, SourceAmerica, featuring Richard Belden, President and CEO of SourceAmerica, in conversation with various disability advocates.
Morning, what's up, Austin? Some people don't give people with disabilities even a chance. They're like, oh, nope, they can't do it. I don't really like being limited or being put in a box. I want to be able to do any and everything. Thank you for helping me train Clifton. I appreciate you.
For Kendra Scott and many other people with disabilities, having a job can be life-changing. It offers independence, opportunities to contribute to society, and personal and professional growth. A more inclusive workforce also creates larger economic and societal benefits that are often overlooked.
I think if you have an inclusive workforce, your organization is healthier. I think there's a greater respect for all people, and the studies have shown that a more inclusive organization is a more productive organization.
Employing people with disabilities offers many advantages. However, the reality is that disability is often only a small portion of diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts.
Diversity and inclusion is talked about all the time now, but rarely do they take that a step into supporting people with disabilities.
Outdated stereotypes that people with disabilities cannot do the job, and a persistent misunderstanding of what is needed to employ a person with a disability remain major obstacles to hiring advances.
The average accommodation is about $500 per employee with disability. It's really not a lot of money to make your workplace accommodating for someone with disability.
Now I'm here just doing what I want to do. It's the job that I've always wanted to do, and I'm here to do it.
As a leader in employing people with disabilities, SourceAmerica has connected people with disabilities to meaningful jobs for almost 50 years through contracts with the federal government and private sector. SourceAmerica is one of 2 central nonprofits in the federal AbilityOne program. There are approximately 36,000 AbilityOne employees with disabilities in their network of nearly 400 AbilityOne authorized providers.
There are tens of thousands of additional people that could benefit from an AbilityOne job through the federal government. These are solid, long-term jobs that pay a market wage, require a skill set and a dedication and commitment by the individuals. So I think it's a tremendous opportunity for the federal government to truly become a more inclusive organization.
Welcome to Advocacy 101. It's important to speak for yourself. You have a voice. I'm here to speak on behalf of myself and my fellow coworkers back in Albuquerque. I was in Washington, D.C. with a group of people with disabilities who were too scared to speak. So I got up and started chanting, "Let your story be heard. Let your story be heard." And then people started chanting with me, and then one by one they got up and started speaking. That was awesome.
Another key component in overcoming misperceptions is providing a platform for people with disabilities like Menard Martinez to advocate directly to policymakers and employers.
I've been advocating since I was a child for different opportunities when they came up in my life, all the way to my role here at SourceAmerica. It's been very powerful to be able to help people build their confidence, to be able to give them the ability to tell their own story. It's something that they live every day, and learning to be an advocate is just so important, whether it's a small issue or a big issue.
Advocacy can also help fight against perceived stigmas. For many, the fear of being labeled or compartmentalized can be its own roadblock to employment. This dynamic can be especially true for veterans with disabilities.
Nobody wants to walk around stating, "I have a disability." They feel that it's going to be held against them on a promotion, on any kind of other opportunities forthcoming within the company. Somebody needs to know, because there's resources out there to help.
There are over 5,000 veterans in the SourceAmerica network, including over 2,000 with disabilities. Veteran and Purple Heart recipient Larry Robinson is one of them. With asthma and PTSD from his life in the service, Larry had difficulty finding work in the civilian world.
When you come back from over there and walk across that parade field and the family's there, the band is playing and people are cheering and the governor's waiting to shake your hand, you feel 10 feet tall. But then after you turn in your weapon and leave that parade field, it was frustrating coming back.
Larry eventually got a job as a general clerk at Novus Enterprises. His co-workers say he has not only excelled at his position, but his years in the military have given him a passion for team and morale building.
I think we've been part of the solution, and people are starting to understand more and more there's lots of opportunities to partner and help people with disabilities earn higher wages, save for retirement, move up in their jobs.
Everybody deserves the chance to work, and giving somebody a chance to work gives them a sense of pride, and it gives them a reason to wake up, if you will, and be a part of the world that everybody else is a part of.
The disability community is an untapped resource that truly has much talent to be had, and shame on us if we don't figure out collectively between the federal government and the businesses how to reach out and utilize that untapped talent pool to fill many of the jobs that right now are going unfilled. It's just it's a perfect crossroads.
All I want out of life is to be somebody who's creating change and who's moving forward and pushing other people to do better and be better people. That is my goal.